Welcome back everyone in third lecture of the first chapter, that is rotational dynamics. In previous lecture, we discussed still conical pendulum, its definition, description and its time period derivation. Right now we are going to start with vertical circular motion and its derivational part. Generally we know that there are two types of vertical circular motions. One is a vertical circular motion which is controlled such as a giant wheel or a similar games. In this case, the speed is either kept constant or not totally controlled by gravity. Or the second one is this circular motion will be controlled only by gravity. In this case, initially supply the necessary energy at the lowest point. Then onwards, the entire kinetics is governed by the vertical force. During this, there is an interconversion of kinetic and gravitational potential energy. You can see one diagram over here. We consider there is a mass tied to a string. We consider that mass as a ball which is tied to a massless, inextensible and flexible string following elastic property. It is whirled along a vertical circle so that this ball performs a vertical circular motion and string rotates in a vertical plane. At any position of the ball, there are only two forces acting on that. You can see it over here in diagram. One, weight, which is always vertically downward and constant. And second one, the force due to the tension along the string, which is directed along the string and towards the center. Now this concept is quite familiar to all of us. That is, when force is along the circumference and towards the center, we consider that force as centripetal force. The force of this changes periodically with time and location too. As this motion is non-uniform, the resultant of these two forces is not directed towards the center, except at the uppermost and the lowermost positions of the ball. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि एक टॉप मोस्ट दैट इज एट पॉइंट ए एंड एट पॉइंट बी छोड़ के कोई भी टूवर्ड्स द सेंटर और यूनिफॉर्म मोशन में नहीं है. At all other positions, the resultant is tangential and it is used to change the speed. Right? So we can just find out derivation of that with the help of normal and simple diagram and derivational part. We are going to consider an object of mass m tied to the end of an inextensible string and whirled in vertical circle of radius r. We are going to find out tensions at 2 points right now, that is at point A and second one is at point B. At point A, we are going to consider the velocity is v1 and again there are two forces acting on object at A. Tension T1 which is vertically downward and again as we already had discussion, weight mg vertically downward. The centripetal force acting on the object is provided partially by weight and remaining by tension. So you can see it over here, T1 plus mg gives us necessary centripetal force, that is mv1 square upon r. According to that, value of T1 is given by mv1 square upon r minus mg. Now we are going to find out for point B. For point B, again there are two forces. One, weight हमें पता है vertically downward, and here bounce back tension acting in upward direction. So you can say T2 vertically upward है, mg vertically downward है. So T2 minus mg is equal to mv2 square upon r. We want value of T2, so it is mv2 square upon r plus mg. Now we'll find out velocities at point A, point B and point C. For that, highest point A, let us consider. The object must have a certain minimum velocity at point A so as to continue in circular path. This velocity is called as critical velocity. Below the critical velocity, the string becomes slack and the tension T1 disappears. So T1 will be 0. Now we know that T1 is equal to mv1 square upon r2 minus mg. So T1 is equal to 0. ये क्या बचेगा? mv1 square upon r minus mg. mm gets cancelled. We'll get value of v1 over here. v1 square is equal to rg. So v1 is equal to root rg. आप एक बार देख लीजिए. Right? Now, linear velocity at object A, that is at highest point, it will become root rg. This is minimum velocity that the object must have at the highest point so that spring does not become slack. If the velocity at the highest point is less than this, the object cannot continue in circular orbit and the spring will become slack. Next, now we are going to find out its value for lowest point B. When the object moves from the lowest position to the highest position, the increase in potential energy is mg into 2r. By the law of conservation, we know that energy always remains constant. So, total energy at point A and total energy at point B, they both are equal. So, total energy is a combination of kinetic and potential. So, we can write kinetic energy at A plus potential energy at A is equal to kinetic energy at B plus potential energy at B. Now kinetic energy at A, we know that half mv square plus यहाँ पे अभी हमने देखा potential energy becomes 2 mgr is equal to half mv2 square plus at bottom potential energy is 0, so it is 0. v2 square is equal to v1 square plus 4gr. You can see it over here, half gets cancelled, m gets cancelled. v2 square is equal to v1 square plus 4gr. Now v1 is equal to root rg, we know that, so v2 square is equal to v1 square plus 4gr. v2 square is equal to, यहाँ पे हम ये वैल्यू डाल देंगे gr plus 4gr. So it will become v2 is equal to root 5gr. So the velocity of the particle is highest at the lowest point. If the velocity of particle is less than this, it will not complete the circular path. Right? तो ये highest point का हो गया, lowest point का हो गया. Now, the total energy of the body performing circular motion is almost constant at all points on the path. Now, by law of conservation of energy, we are going to find out value at either C or this end considered as a D. So, it will become total energy at B is equal to total energy at C. Now, what we are going to do? Here, we know that we have one equation that VA is equal to root RG, then TA is equal to 0 and VB is equal to root of minus 5, V is equal to root of 5 RG. So, when we subtracting these all equations, we can write TB minus TA minus 2mg is equal to m upon r VB square minus VA square. So, you can write TB minus TA is equal to 6 mg. ये कैसे आया? Vb is equal to 5gr, Va square is equal to gr, 5gr minus gr, that is 4gr, rr gets cancelled, here it will remain 4mg plus 2mg यहाँ पे चला गया, so tb minus ta is equal to 6mg. Basically ta is equal to 0, so tb is equal to 6mg, that is tension at lowest point. Now we are going to find out position when the string is horizontal, that is C and D. Force due to the tension is only the force towards the center, as weight mg is perpendicular to the tension. As we all know this thing, because of mg is always vertically downward directed. Now force due to the tension is the centripetal. ये भी हमने डिस्कस किया हुआ चीज़ है. Why we require that? Because of to change the direction of velocity and weight mg is used only to change the speed. मतलब force क्यों use हो रहा है? Direction of velocity change करने के लिए, and weight क्यों use हो रहा है? Speed change करने के लिए. Now we know that Tc minus Ta is equal to Td minus Ta. You can write दोनों at परपेंडिकुलर पोजीशन पे है फॉर पॉइंट टी ए, तो दोनों में से अगर माइनस किया तो वैल्यू तो सेम आने वाली है, तो इधर टी सी में से टी ए माइनस करो, नहीं तो टी डी में से टी ए माइनस करो, यू विल गेट 3mg. 3mg कैसे आया ये बताए? 6mg डिवाइडेड बाय 2 आपको करना पड़ेगा, दैट इज 3mg. तो इसका वैल्यू कितना आता है? रूट ऑफ 3rg, बिकॉज ऑफ इट इज द मीन पोजीशन. एक आपको मिला है rg, एक आपको मिला है 5rg, डिवाइडेड बाय 2 यू विल गेट रूट ऑफ 3rg. नाउ arbitrary positions क्या है? We know that force due to the tension and the weight are neither along the same line nor perpendicular to each other. ये कौन से कंपोनेंट है? टेंजेंशियल कंपोनेंट है. टेंजेंशियल कंपोनेंट ऑफ वेट क्यों यूज कर रहे हैं हम लोग? अभी तो हमने डिस्कस किया है चेंज स्पीड करने के लिए. अगर इट डिक्रीजेस द स्पीड while going up and increases while coming down, right? So if we are going to consider second case, that is mass tied to a rod, we are going to consider the bob tied to a normal elastic behavior wala string, that is partially massless and rigid and whirled along a circular vertical circle. The basic difference between the rod and the string is that the string needs some tension at all the points, including uppermost, lowermost, mid, everything. Thus, a certain minimum speed is necessary at the uppermost point in this case of the string. Now in this case, as the rod is rigid, such condition is not necessary. Thus, the zero speed can be possible at uppermost point. Therefore, we know that lowermost is given by root 5rg, but here it will become root 4rg. I can write this as a 2 into root rg, and V minimum at the rod horizontal position is root 2rg. सो वी आपको दोनों साइड का मिल गया, एक लोअर मोस्ट मिनिमम मिल गया और एक ओनली मिनिमम फॉर हॉरिजॉन्टल पोजीशन आपको मिल गया. नाउ टेंशन हमें पता है, टी लोअर मोस्ट कितना है, टी अपर मोस्ट कितना है. टी अपर मोस्ट तो 0 है, टी लोअर मोस्ट 6mg है, सो द डिफरेंस बिटवीन देम इज 6mg. आप एक बार ये पूरा देख लीजिए. अब एक चीज आपको याद रखनी है, when you are going to consider value of tension, it is independent with V and R. Now, at topmost point, tension can never be exactly equal to 0 in the case of the string, else the string will slack. Therefore, TB is greater than 6mg. None of the parameters are constant during such a motion. Kinematical equations given in the table are not applicable at all for these all conditions. We can determine the position vector or velocity at any instant using the energy conservation, but as the function of the radius vector, it is not integrable. Theoretically, it is not possible to determine the period or a frequency. समझ में आ रहा है? These equations gives only the respective minimum speeds at the uppermost and lowermost points. Any higher speeds obeying are completely allowed. In reality, we have to continuously supply some energy to overcome the air resistance. तो ये सब जो अभी हमने डिस्कस किया, इसके ये कुछ ड्रॉबैक्स है, कुछ एडवांटेजेस है, कुछ लिमिटेशंस है, राइट? तो क्वेश्चन माइट बी ऑकर फॉर 3 or 4 marks and you have to explain in detail the conservation of energy for the vertical circular motion with its tension values, with its velocity values. I hope you understood this point. After that we are going to discuss about sphere of death, that is मृत्यु का गोला. आप लोगों ने सर्कस में वगैरह देखा होगा ये क्या काम करता है, कैसे काम करता है. So this will be the last point of the first session of this chapter, that is circular motion. Generally we know that this is the popular show in circus, right? जो मृत्यु का गोला हम consider करते हैं. During this, two-wheeler rider undergo rounds inside the hollow sphere. Starting with a small horizontal circles, they eventually perform revolutions along the vertical circles. Starting with small horizontal circle, they eventually perform revolutions along these vertical circles. The dynamics of this vertical circular motion is the same as that of the point mass tied to the string, except that the force due to the tension is replaced by a normal reaction. We know that if this is in a slow motion, then let's try to visualize that. Initially there are nearly horizontal circles. The linear speed is more for larger circles, but angular speed is more for smaller circles. This is as per the theory of conical pendulum, which already we had discussed. Now you can see everything in this diagram. This figure shows a vertical vehicle at the top of the convex over bridge. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो, यहाँ पे ये vehicle है. During its motion, forces acting on the vehicle are definitely हमने दो टाइप के फोर्स डिस्कस किए. एक हमने नॉर्मल रिएक्शन डिस्कस किया, एक हमने वर्टिकली डाउनवर्ड वेट डिस्कस किया हुआ है. Now both are along the vertical line only. The resultant of these two must provide the necessary centripetal force if the vehicle is at uppermost position. Now we know that we can write equation for this. mg vertically downward है, n vertically upward है, necessary centripetal force provide कर रहे. So we can write mg minus n is equal to mv square upon r. Now as the speed increased, n goes decreasing. क्यों? Why? Because of यहाँ पे आप दोनों आपको inversely proportional दिखाई देंगे. Normal reaction is an indication of contact. So for just maintaining that n can be 0. If n is 0, then mg is equal to mv square upon r. So we know that v is equal to root of rg. That is upper limit on the speed. v max यहाँ पे हमें मिल रहा है root rg, which is at uppermost position of that particular vehicle. Clear with this? Now similarly, there is one more part, that is roller coaster. We know that it is a common event in the amusement parks. During this ride, all the parts of the vertical circular motion described above can be experienced. The major force that we experience during this, the normal reaction force. Those who have experienced this should try to recall the changes in the normal reaction experienced by us during various parts of the track. जो कोई यहाँ पे बैठा हुआ है रोलर कोस्टर में, वो ये कम्प्लीटली फील कर पाता है कि मृत्यु का गोला क्या होता है. अगर आप इमेजिका वगैरह गए हो, वहाँ पे रोलर कोस्टर है, the speed is more than 160 km/h, so you can imagine these all things. What is exactly sphere of death, वो कैसे 180 डिग्री 360 डिग्री में उल्टा पुल्टा कैसे भी घूम रहा होता है. एंड फॉर दैट नॉर्मल रिएक्शन तो जीरो हो जाती है, जैसे कि हम हवा में तैर रहे हैं जहाँ पे हमें अपर मोस्ट पोजिशन पे मैक्सिमम स्पीड एक्सपीरियंस होता है. So this is all about the first half session of this part, that is circular motion. I already discussed this thing that we are going to discuss this chapter into two parts. Now we are going to start with the part of rotational motion, actually rotational dynamics. So I'll stop here for now for this lecture. So just go through these 3 lectures continuously again. You'll get everything about circular motion part, right? Let's stop here for now. Thank you. In tomorrow's lecture, we are going to start with rotational motion.